Hi, and welcome to today's tutorial. We're going to start with that 1-inch flat brush, and we're going to get it wet. I'm working on an 8x10 wrap canvas. I'm using the primary colors plus black and white, and we're just going to get a little bit of moisture on the canvas to start. So just brush a little bit of water on there. Those acrylics can be a little dry, especially if it's hot where you live. So get it in there. And we're going to get like a cool blue for our background color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blue, and in order to make it look a little bit more, like softer, we can add a tiny bit of red to it. So actually warm it up just a little bit. And if you want, you could add a little bit of yellow to it. And this is just, that would just like kind of bring your blue a little duller in general. So you can always change your blue, or you can just use blue and white mixed together. So whatever color you want to mix is totally fine. Just know that if you use a little bit of red or a little bit of yellow, it's going to change your blue. But maybe just the blue and white is totally awesome for you as well. So don't feel like you have to have a specific color. And I'm going to just get this layer in there. Just getting it on the canvas. Blue and white. Again, maybe you have a little bit of your other colors in there. I just accidentally got yellow in there, so I'm just going to go with it. So now we're going to get a little bit of a turquoise flavor. Sometimes we just go with the happy accidents and we don't ask questions. We just go with it. It's all good. And then to smooth your brush strokes out, just make sure you run your brush all the way up and down. If you want a more textured brush stroke, you could do little, what I call cat scratches, where you just kind of tap the canvas and pull just a little ways, and that'll give you some textured marks on your canvas. So that might look pretty, but I'm really just going for almost a thin layer of blue. I have some water mixed in, and I'm not really going for much more than that. I want it to be pretty simple. And once I have that in, I want it to dry. So I'm either gonna let it dry or I'm gonna make it dry. And for the sake of speeding the process up a bit, I usually use a blow dryer. All right, now that I have that in there, I'm just gonna use a medium square brush. So I just wanna get a little more detailed in my brush size. And what we can do is make some pink. So I'm gonna start by just taking some red and white and mixing it together. And I want a decent amount of white so that it really pops on top of the blue. And then we're going to find the middle of the canvas. So just make sure you go up and down, right and left, and make sure you know where the middle is. And then from there, I'm going to pull across, and I want my popsicle to fill up at least like 1/3 of the canvas. So fill it, make a little horizontal line so you can go wide. Make sure you're like maybe 1/3 of the way, or maybe even a little bit more. And I'm a little below center. I'll probably go even more below center. So I'm going to go about 1/3 of the way up from the bottom. And then I'm going to pull up, and I'm going to have maybe just a couple inches at the top and just arc like that to make your popsicle. You can make it more square or more round. It's up to you. Maybe it's a little melty, so it doesn't really matter. And then what I want to do is I want to have the left side more of a red color or pink. And the right side, more of a yellow. So as I cross the middle, as I filled up like the left side, now I'm going to add a bunch of yellow and white to the brush. And then we're going to pull that on the right side. And you really need the white in there, otherwise your popsicle will look green. I have a lot of white mixed in. And then maybe through the middle, it's a little bit orangey. So you could always come and mix your red and your yellow together, still with the white. And then the middle is kind of like orange. So it's like a tie-dye popsicle. And you can have some of that yellow pulling into the pink. So maybe I have some of that kind of pulling on this side, that's fine. And maybe I have the opposite. Maybe I have some pink pulling into the yellow. That could be fun. Or you could do whatever you want here. And you can even make it a totally different color if you wanted to. But now we have our shape. And then what we're going to do is make our popsicle, which is so fun because we're using the same colors. We're just going to use a lot more white. So if you need to clean your brush just to reset it, that's fine. But I'm using yellow and red mixed together for like a orange kind of color. And then I'm adding a ton of white to it for a peach. And that's going to give me kind of a popsicle stick color. And then all I'm going to do is go to the bottom center of my popsicle and pull down. And I want to leave about the same distance from the bottom as I did from the top, or somewhere similar. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then maybe just round it off a little bit at the bottom. And then you can add some more white just to get it to pop if you need to. But that's pretty good. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just add some shadow in the background. So we can go ahead and take our blue. I'm cleaning the brush. And then I'm going to take blue with a bit of red for a shadow color. And I'm going to put my shadow on the left. So all I'm going to do is take my brush and outline the left side of the popsicle shape. And then as I get to the top, I'm going to taper my shadow off. So it's just on the left side, really. And maybe just a little bit on the underneath. So see how we have a little bit underneath and then to the left of everything. And then if you want, you can do just a really subtle outline on the right side of things so that it's like a little bit of a shadow, but it's really, really subtle. It's not like big. Just to give it a little bit of contrast. And then if you want to soften that at all, I would just add a little more blue and white into your paint and then just go around the edge of that shadow and then just sort of soften the edges of it. It could look cool because it'll make it look a little bigger if you wanted that to happen, but it will also soften it a bit. Giving it that three-dimensional look. And then we can switch to like a small round brush to add some more details on the popsicle. So what I want is like a little bit more definition on the left side. So what I'm going to do is use more red with maybe just a smidge of yellow. So give it that fiery red kind of color. And then what I can do is come in and like outline the left side of the popsicle really subtly with that color. I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. I don't want it to be too red. I just want it to have some pink vibes. But I want to get it a little bit darker around the edge right there. And then popsicles have like those little indents in them. So what I'm going to do is paint those. And those are just like long lines with a little U shape coming on it, like that. And for the one on the right, I'll just add a little more yellow to it to make it look a little bit softer, but it's the same idea. You're just making two really long U shapes. It's like really long. But now you see like the little indent in it. Just cleaning the brush to kind of reset it a bit. And then you can also use this as a shadow color on your popsicle. So I'm going to make a new shadow color, which is going to be kind of purple. So I'm going to take red with a little bit of blue. So this is like heavy on the red, little bit of blue. This is going to give us some purple vibes. And I'm going to take that on the far left. And then I'm going to take that a little bit in my U shape too, but maybe just on the left side on both sides. So I'm not going too much with it. I'm just doing a subtle. And then I can also have this be a shadow on my popsicle stick. So the popsicle itself is going to give a little bit of a shadow on the stick. So see how I can put a little bit of a shadow under there? Just to make the stick look like it has a little shadow. These are little details that matter. So however you get in there is fine. Just play around. And then if I want to soften any of my shadows, I can come back in with my colors like my pink. So just white and red. And I can go right on my shadows and just kind of fine tune them, smooth them out, paint over them a little bit. You don't want to completely erase them. You should still be able to see them. But if you want them just to get a little more subtle, that's something you can do. I'm going to do around the edge a little bit as well. It's so fun to play. And then notice I kind of extended that shadow on the bottom a little bit. And then on the right, you could do some more highlighting or just toning your shadows down with a more of a heavy yellow mixture. So maybe I have a lot of yellow on my brush, and then I can come in and go on top of those little shadow lines and just smooth them out. You can even just take a pop of yellow in there. You can, at this point, you can let your brush strokes be a little thicker. That's always fun. And then you can add more white back in again. And then this is where we can highlight the popsicle on the right side. So I'm going to put a lot of like a bright yellowy white on the right upper part of the popsicle, and maybe just a little bit on the little edges of those shadows, those little shadow lines. And then on the right side, because our shadow's on the left, so our highlight would be on the right. So you always just, whenever you're like deciding where you put your shadows and highlights, just decide like, okay, where's my shadow gonna go? And then my highlights go on the opposite side. And then if you want to tone them down, you just pull in your darker colors again, like adding more red or coming back into some pink. So you can play around until you like the way the little ice cream looks. It's so fun. I recommend playing as long as you're having fun with it. But if you start to get frustrated or you start to get like into this like trying to make it look perfect kind of situation, then I would say maybe just let it go for today. There's always like, you can always do it again, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to overdo it. Maybe I put some like lighter pink inside my little groove here. So see, I can put like a little bit more light pink in there. I'm gonna do some here too. I just want to have more light pink. And then I can also kind of put a little bit of another layer on the popsicle stick below the shadow, maybe with more white. And then maybe I have a little bit of a darker shade. So more orange, like more red and yellow mixed in is going to make a darker shade of that popsicle stick color. And then I can make sure to have a little bit of a darker shade on the left side of the stick so that the right side is still lighter, just like the popsicle. So every little element in your painting should kind of follow the same shadow and highlight to make it make more sense. And then I usually like to go in with like some almost pure white and just put a little sparkle on the far side of where the highlight is. You can even go to the outer edge, like really close, and just give it a light little hit. And then again, I can go back into the little grooves here and put some highlights. So wherever you want to see a little extra shimmer on your painting, and then I can do it on the stick too, you can do it. Now, another fun thing you can do is if you want to give your background a little more, texture, you can come back into your big brush and your blue, and you can come in with just maybe a slightly different shade of blue. So I'm going to do like that turquoisey blue. And then I can go in, and I want it to stay pretty light. So make sure it doesn't get darker than your shadow. Otherwise, you're going to lose your shadow on the painting. So you don't want to do that. But what this can help with is just making your painting look a little richer. And again, you want it to look lighter. So see, I can make it look a little lighter, especially on the right side. So see how I just made that a little lighter. And all this is going to do is pull that popsicle out, give it even more depth. But you can put like some texture in there, like you can make it a little bit more characterized on your second layer as you paint around the popsicle. This is a fun thing to do. And then maybe on the left, maybe I have a slightly warmer shade of purple, so I could add a little bit of red into my purple. And just go around the shadow. And you're just playing here. So you could even change your background color to, you know, purple, or it could be like, you can turn it into pink background. It's totally up to you. But we have a popsicle. So it's really simple. I wanted this to be short. I wanted you to see how you can just build the shapes out. Again, you could always take your shadows even more in extreme. Like if I wanted to take some of that dark purple, red and blue. I just want to show this one last thing. And just really almost outline the left side of your popsicle, even the stick. It's going to make that shadow look even more intense. And you can even adjust and keep on playing with your shadow on the left too to give it a little bit more oomph, and or on the popsicle itself. So whatever needs more shadows or highlights is what you're going to do towards the end. But play around with it. We've got this one blue background, which was easy because we kept the colors really similar for the shading, so it didn't get too complicated or we didn't run into muddy situations. And then our popsicle is this nice like sunset kind of popsicle color. We got to practice fading our colors from red to yellow and then layering. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment and let me know what other fun stuff you'd like to paint. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And I hope to see you painting again soon. Bye.